Hey, good afternoon there, everybody, and welcome to Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star Race Qualifying as we get ready now to see who's going to start on the front row for the All-Star Race. And already, pretty interesting of who's already left pit road. It's going to be the two Mason brothers. Ralph Mason, who actually is the defending race winner of this event, won the All-Star Race last season, and his brother Wolfgang Mason, who actually pushed Ralph to the win last season. So the two Mason brothers, I guess, going to head out here, and they're going to try their hand at some drafting here, because I'm sure they'd love to pull off this season what they did last season. Ralph Mason also gets into this race with a win last season at Kentucky. His brother Wolfgang gets into this with wins at Watkins Glen and Daytona. So definitely a big thing for Ralph Mason, having his brother Wolfgang in this event with him again. So the two of them can try and work together that same brotherly magic they did back in the Season 5 Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star Race. Ralph Mason, apparently his pit stall was after the start-finish line, so he did not complete a full lap there. This will be actually his full first lap. Jordan Hester on the apron, merging onto the racetrack now, our winner from Nazareth. We'll be going through the field, telling you everybody that's going to be in the All-Star Race. There are a total of 22 drivers that will be on the track here today. 25 drivers will take the green flag in the Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star Race when we finally find out the two transfer drivers as well as the fan vote winner. Crossing the stripe, Ralph Mason's first lap, a 2:26.958. It's actually a very fast lap. The trucks, I don't think, even hit up there. I think the trucks were in the 2:19 area for their fastest laps, and so apparently the Mobil1 Cup cars maybe a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit more speed. I don't know which is the case, but Ralph Mason, awfully fast lap. Let's look through the field now. As I think his brother Wolfgang, yes, Wolfgang ran the faster lap of the two. 227.005, so just over the 227 mile per hour mark. As I said, Wolfgang Mason was a two-time winner last season. Up ahead of him, there's a former Mobil1 Cup Series champion, Trent Dunham. He won the road course of Champs-Élysées last season. That gets him into this All-Star race. Trent Dunham, of course, the Season 3 Mobil1 Cup Series champ. James McLeod lined up there on the high side. He had a win last season, and he had a win this season, which gets him into the All-Star race. But they both came at the exact same track. They were both at Coca-Cola Speedway. And we've said all weekend long that M&Ms is just like Coca-Cola, except there's a difference in track surfaces. So James McLeod could definitely maybe be a favorite heading into the Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star race. He has yet to complete a full green flag lap. He doesn't have anything on the speed charts yet. Looks like he'll complete it here. See what he runs for his first lap time. And it's a 228.896, and that's only 13th fastest, so some drivers must have already hit over the 230 mile per hour mark. Here's Drew Austin, making a one-race deal, but back in his very familiar number 44. Got a better sponsorship here for this one-race deal. Gold Bond, I don't know if it's the baking soda or if it's foot powder, but it's the Gold Bond sponsorship nonetheless. Drew Austin won in a photo finish at Homestead Miami Speedway last season. Didn't make the signups for Season 6, but he's here in the All-Star race. We'll see what he does in that one-race deal. Wow, nice big pack of cars right here. Tyson Braun, our winner from the Infineon Road Course. Dylan Poteet, the winner from Phoenix, as well as a win in Season 5 at Pocono. Right behind them, you got Richard Johnson, who won this season at Altoona. Jake Rogers, who won at Castle Gorge. Hayden Klein back there in the 18, our winner from Dover, looking awfully squirrely, trying to find a line there. And also that 81 Interstate Batteries Double Mint Toyota. That's Zach Buchanan in a one-race deal. Buchanan ended up getting into this race with a win last season at Charlotte. Jump back here. Whoop, there's driver Dylan Young in the 30. Now Dylan Young, as we know, has been up there battling for the points lead quite a bit. in the Mobil1 Cup Series, been running inside the top 10 in points for a majority of the season. But that hasn't been enough to get him into the All-Star race. He gets into the All-Star race based on 2 wins from last season, which came at Lime Rock and Indianapolis, when he drove the number 6. Dylan Young trying to find some drafting help here to be able to get a better lap time. He's not really getting anything as he's all by himself. Same deal for our winner, Eric Burton, who got the final points paid transfer spot into the All-Star race, winning last week at Riki Raceway. So Eric Burton has, I guess you could say, the most momentum on his side, being the last winner heading into this race. There's Luke Martin. He's in a 1-race deal this week in the number 92 Maddie's Place Ford Mustang. He's currently 18th fastest on the racetrack. Luke Martin gets into this race based on a win last year at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I believe he was driving the 99 car at the time, which is in this field, with Emilio Navarrete behind the wheel. We'll get to him in a moment. Danny Wells just now getting passed by Sean Galligan. Danny gets into this race based on 2 wins last year, both at Supercell and Pocono. Trying to get that number 7 to victory lane here, and just ahead of him. Whoop, Adam Chambers on pit road, so is Dylan Pote. We'll have to find Adam Chambers, talk about him in a little bit. But Sean Galligan comes into this race with a lot of momentum. He was the points leader for a majority of the season due to his win at the season opener at Daytona. He also won last season at Iowa, and he's the defending Mobil1 Cup Series champion. So 3 things ensuring Sean Galligan a spot in this season's All-Star race. Galligan just recently losing the points lead in the Mobil1 Cup Series to Emilio Navarrete. And there he is. Navarrete lined up there underneath of Daniel Day. Navarrete won this season at Talladega Superspeedway and is currently the Mobil1 Cup Series points leader. Right behind him, you got Daniel Day, who is making his All-Star race debut. Daniel Day ended up winning earlier on this season at Las Vegas. Not a whole lot of success has come the way of the 66 since then. But Daniel Day trying to get himself here a good qualifying spot for his first All-Star race, currently 9th fastest on the speed charts. Joseph Bryant makes his return to the Mobil1 Cup Series, back in the very familiar number 89 Racing with Jesus Chevrolet Camaro. Joseph Bryant currently is 17th fastest right now, and he gets in based on a win at Kansas last season. 1-race deal for that driver. Jordan Hester in the 20. He won at Nazareth Speedway, as we know. And as far as I can remember, it seems like Jordan Hester, Daniel Schwab, Dougie Shears, anybody out of that group of drivers really do well when they come to an All-Star race weekend, because there's no points on the line. So we'll see how Jordan Hester does here. 17th fastest right now. Doesn't look like he's lined up for that good a qualifying result, but looking pretty doggone racy right now, and who knows? We've seen a lot of different things happen here at this racetrack, as there's the defending race winner, Ralph Mason again. James McLeod on pit road, Dylan Young, Luke Martin. There's James Silverfox, winner from Thornton. Undoubtedly one of the toughest tracks on the circuit that we've been to. Silverfox not only ended up winning at Thornton, he had a win, I believe, last season too. Nope, I'm wrong. Nope, Thornton was his only win so far, being in this 31 car. That's enough to get him into the All-Star race, and Silverfox has been doing really well this season in the point standings overall. Trying to find a few other drivers that I know I haven't talked about yet. And I cannot for the life of me find the 20 line. There he is, Adam Chambers in the 20 line, currently 17th fastest. He's got a very slow lap time last time because he just made a pit stop, but see what he does now on fresher rubber. Runs up there in the 227. So these drivers are able to run about 225 to 227 single file. But if they get into a group, they run up in the 230s. Adam Chambers, though, gets into this race based on a win last year at Arizona, which was the final race before the chase began. So Adam Chambers in the 29 currently is 17th fastest on the racetrack. Time now with about 5 minutes to go here in our qualifying session. To find out who is the fastest on the racetrack right now. And just almost hitting the 234 mile per hour mark, it's Jake Rogers and the 19 car. As a matter of fact, everybody that's running here in this first group is up there at the top of the leaderboard as far as speeds are concerned. Jake Rogers there on 19, he's first. The 81 of Buchanan is second. The 32 of Tyson Broad is third. Richard Johnson, the 28, is fourth. Hayden Klein, the 18, is fifth. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see the 44 of Drew Austin maybe pop up there into the top 10 on this lap or so, because he's just caught up to this first pack of cars. Let's see here if Drew Austin's going to make any break into the top 10 in this speed charts, being in this big pack of cars. Not yet. Yep, there we go, 6th fastest. They just updated the scoreboard. And so now all 6 drivers in this pack are in the top 6 as far as speeds are concerned. Then you got Poteet, Galligan, Dunham, and James McLeod. So apparently this is the fast group. This must be the only big group of cars right now. So these drivers are definitely benefiting from it. And someone else just jumped in there. Oh, I think Trent Dunham just lost a few spots. He dropped to 10th. So who moved in? Oh, Danny Wells in the 7. Just moved up to 5th place. Here he is. Oh, looks like Dylan Young, Galligan, Silver Fox, and Danny Wells all have worked together into a little group now. That's allowing them a little bit faster lap times. Let's see if it's going to make any difference for Silver Fox or Dylan Young, who are trying to get themselves to the top 10 here. Danny Wells and Galligan already there. They're catching up to James McLeod, so that'll make it maybe a 5-car pack. Now let's see if we find James McLeod, or make that James Silver Fox in the top 10. Yes, he is. Silver Fox just got 8th place. So now we're starting to see a second group form together here with a little over 2.5 minutes to go in this practice session. Somebody, maybe, just maybe, if they can get into a bigger pack, they may have something to say about who's going to start on the pole position, right now being held by Jake Rogers. One driver that is conspicuously missing from the top 10 in the speed charts, and that is Ralph Mason, the defending race winner. Where is he currently running? 17th fastest right now. He's about to catch up to Dylan Poteet. 2 of them may be able to work together, but Ralph Mason has not really had the benefit of drafting partners. Oh, looks like actually, oh, there's Drew Austin. I guess he must have just made a pit stop, because he is really, really slow. But Poteet and Ralph Mason, I think they don't have enough time, but if they were able to catch up to these guys, Ralph Mason might definitely be able to get himself into the top 10 as far as speed charts, and he's now headed to pit road. So it doesn't look like Ralph Mason is going to have himself in a really good qualifying spot, as Dylan Young has just cracked the top 10. And Danny Wells just moved himself up to 4th. He was 5th fastest a moment ago. Now he's 5th fastest, or 4th fastest rather. And it's now a 5-car pack here with Galligan, Silver Fox. They've caught McLeod, so he joins this pack of cars. Danny Wells and Dylan Young. Out of these 5 drivers, right now I'm looking at the speed charts, and 4 of them are inside the top 10 now. The 30, 31, 7, and 64. So now James McLeod, if he can stay in this group with less than a minute to go, they may hit the stripe, and McLeod may be able to get a fast enough lap time to maybe knock Drew Austin out of the top 10 for the start of this race. And how about Wolfgang Mason? He just cracked the top 10, 9th fastest now for the guy who pushed his brother to the win last season. Let's see if James McLeod, the 34, can make a last-minute charge into the top 10 into the speeds. Crossing the stripe. Let's see if the 34 jumps up into the top 10 at all. Doesn't look like it. Must be awfully close, though. That was 15th fastest. 231.989 was his last lap. Oh, and Jordan Hester just cracked the top 10 with about 20 seconds to go. Is he in a pack of cars? Oh, yeah, he is. That's why Wolfgang Mason got in there. Joseph Bryant, Luke Martin, Trent Dunham all up here. And they may have just a little bit of time to complete this lap. 5 seconds to go, but I think they allow these drivers to complete the lap that they have run. Yep, the time is over. They're now being allowed a 45-second time limit to be able to get around to the start-finish line. This will be their official last lap of qualifying. Trent Dunham's already in the top 10. Wolfgang Mason already in the top 10. Let's see if Luke Martin or Joseph Bryant can make their way into the top 10 here at the last minute. They cross the stripe. And it doesn't look like it. So I think our standings may be official now. Let's see. We're on standby. The practice session will end as soon as we hit the 0. And it is complete. Practice is now over, and Jake Rogers, with nearly a 234 mile per hour lap, he is going to be the pole sitter for the All-Star race, alongside of one race deal driver Zach Buchanan in the 81 Toyota. Tyson Braun will be the highest starting rookie. He will start in 3rd. Sean Gallagher will be 4th with Danny Wells in 5th place. Richard Johnson will be 6th. Jordan Hester 7th. Trent Dunham in 8th. 9th Hayden Klein, and James McLeod will complete the top 10. James Silverfox, he'll be in the 11th position. 12th place Wolfgang Mason. Drew Austin, he'll be 13th. Dylan Young 14th. Dylan Poteet will be in 15th. Luke Martin 16th. Joseph Bryant 17th. Daniel Day will be in 18th place. Right now, I just looked at only 2 rookies made this All-Star race based on wins. Emilio Navarrete, he'll be 19th. Ralph Mason's going to have a lot of work to do. He'll be starting the All-Star race from the 20th position, trying to win back-to-back Mobil Cup Series All-Star races. Adam Chambers, he'll be 21st, and not even cracking 230 miles per hour was Eric Burton. He must have been running by himself all day long, and he will start in the 22nd position. We don't know who's going to start 23rd, 24th, and 25th. That'll all depend on who gets the 2 transfer spots in the Mobil Open, as well as our fan vote winner. Hope you guys enjoyed this qualifying session. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Jake Rogers, Zach Buchanan, they'll be the front row for our Mobil Cup Series All-Star race. We still got qualifying for the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race coming your way, as well as the 3 open races, the fan voting, and then our 3 All-Star races to cap off our All-Star race weekend here on the NNSCRA Sports channel. Offline racing at its best.